Welcome to Optimal Health Weekly with your host, Steve Adams. This podcast is for highly driven professionals, CEOs, and entrepreneurs who know health is the first wealth. Join us each week for a mix of expert interviews and solo episodes on health topics relevant to your busy life. Let's elevate your health together.
And today's topic is, I can't sleep, how to improve my sleep in 30 days. Well, that's kind of a misleading title, if I'm going to be honest. We can't fix your sleep in 30 days, but what we can do is help you begin to sleep better and be encouraged, okay? My personal story is I did not sleep well for a decade, and it really had a pretty serious impact on my health. And I tried a lot of things and nothing worked. And I was frustrated by that. Things like Ambien and prescription type sleep meds are not good for the long run. They're good for short term if you're in a traumatic experience and you need help, just basic functioning. There are those tools that are very helpful in the right occasion to be used with a medical professional. But we want to talk today about how do I fundamentally alter my sleep? So, I think the first thing I want to say is you have to redefine your relationship with sleep. We live in a hustle culture, and we say dumb things like I used to say, and that is, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll rest when I'm dead. Okay, kind of silly, right? Well, when you don't sleep well and you have constant sleep deprivation, it's like driving with alcohol impairment. You're setting yourself up for cognitive disease, and you're also going to make yourself overweight potentially, because when you don't sleep well, you crave the wrong foods, sugars and carbs, and it contributes to all kinds of problems. Let alone everybody listening to this podcast typically is going to be a go-getter, type A, entrepreneur, professional, executive. You're not going to be very good at what you do. And so it's going to cost you money. So I want to encourage you to change your mindset of sleep. In my own research, a National Sleep Foundation meta-study, which means that it consolidated the studies of many sleep researchers, found that the average person needs to be in bed 7 to 8 hours so that you get enough sleep opportunity to get the 5 sleep cycles of 90 minutes, or about 6.5 hours is what you really need. The other data that you need to know is you need to have about 20 to 25% of your sleep REM sleep on a consistent basis, and 10 to 13% of your sleep should be deep sleep. And most people should be at about a 85 to 90% sleep efficiency if they're going to sleep 7 to 8 hours. If your sleep efficiency is a little lower like mine, I'm pretty much around 80%. I need to be in bed 8.5 hours. So for me, my routine is 9 to 5:30, so that I get those 5 90-minute sleep cycles. So what I want to tell you though is, if you're not sleeping well, I want to encourage you. I went 10 years with 2 to 3 hours of actual sleep. I would be in bed for 6-7 hours. And I just could not sleep. I would fall asleep, wake up 1, 2 in the morning, maybe 1 in the morning, and then I would struggle the rest of the night. I remember being stressed out before I go to bed because I knew what was going to happen next. Very frustrating. So, I just want you to know that I've improved that. So mine today is, unless I'm really, uptight about something and don't do a good job of getting myself recovered from that emotionally, typically, my sleep is going to be somewhere in the, I'm going to get 7.5 to 8.5 hours, and I'm going to have about 80 to 85% sleep efficiency, and I'm going to get 20% REM and 10 to 15% of deep, and I'm going to get that 5 full cycles. And so, and my sleep scores are typically in the Oura Ring environment, 80 plus, almost every night. When I started, I was in the 40s and 50s. So it can be done. All right. Now that's not going to happen in 30 days. Okay. So sorry if I misled you, but in 30 days, we can get you improving. Okay. So let's talk about, there's really 2 things we can do in the next 30 days that will start to bear fruit, okay, and give you hope. And then what I hope is that you get drawn into this journey and really get after it, okay? There's two things that I can tell you, and there's one thing you got to do. The one thing you got to do is decide today that you're going to be in bed for 8 hours, okay? Minimum 8 hours. That's a commitment you need to make. Now, what we can do for you is, I've talked about this in other podcast episodes. I talk about all the time in our Tiger Medical program for executives, professionals, and entrepreneurs, that diaphragmatic breathing for 10 minutes every night in the evening. It doesn't have to be right before bed, but it has to be in the evening, is vital. You've got to do it. And what I want to do eventually is get you to 20 minutes at night and 5 minutes in the morning, okay? Because if you'll do that 7 days a week, you will start to prepare your body for sleep and calm your emotional state down in a way that prepares your body for sleep, okay? So that's one thing you can do. The second thing you can do, I actually have three, so it's a bonus. I have a second thing, and that is work toward a 3-hour fast before you go to bed. So if you finish at 7 p.m., don't go to bed until 10, and get that full 3 hours where all you had was water, no calories. And that will help set you up, because now when you go to bed, you're not digesting. Your body can actually go to do the work that it's supposed to do, cleaning out the trash in your brain, restoring your physical, your muscles, and all of that kind of stuff that it can't do if you eat, within an hour or two of going to bed. All right. So that will help you, because your organs, your digestive tract and your organs have a circadian rhythm just like your brain does. And you can sync them up doing this. So fast for 3 hours. And then the third thing that I would tell you that you can do is you've got to come up with what we call sleep hygiene. All right. So this means get to bed the same time every night and get up in the morning at the same time every day. And Monday through Friday. And if you really want to be great at this and get results faster, you'll do it 7 days a week. That's what I do. I do the same routine 7 days a week. Occasionally I go out, we have fun with friends, and that goes off, but I get back on the horse the next day. So sleep routine. So your body will get into a rhythm of when it knows it's supposed to be bedtime, supposed to be morning time. It'll get trained, and you won't even need an alarm anymore over time. Okay. So, but the other things that you can do is stop looking at your devices an hour before bed. Number one. Number two, black out your room. No digital, no television in the room. That's got to go. And if you don't want to do that and you're going to watch that before you go to bed, then you're not going to get better. Okay. I'm just going to be blunt with you. I'm going to be a truth teller on this podcast. You've got to do that. If you can't do it, one small compromise is you can get blue blocker glasses at Amazon for $20. But the problem is that it will block out the blue light, but it won't block out being triggered emotionally at some level with a news broadcast or something. So I'm encouraging you, get it out of the room, have blackout shades, no night lights, it's black. And then get the temperature, if you live in a hot environment and your air conditioner is normally at 73, 74, 75 during the day, bring it down to 71, 72 at night. It'll feel colder, and that'll help you sleep well. And have quality sheets, quality bedding, a good bed. I'm not saying you got to spend 10 grand on a bed, but have a bed that you like, that you feel good in. I really encourage a lot of people to get the beds that elevate. It does help you sleep if you can elevate just a little bit. So cold, dark room, go to bed at the same time every night, black out the shades, and no digital devices in the room other than your alarm clock with your phone. Okay. You can't see it, but it's there. Those are some fundamentals that will help you sleep. Okay. Steve Adams here from Tiger Medical Institute. Do you ever feel like you're operating at less than 100%? It's time to take control of your health with the True Health Assessment by Tiger Medical. Get comprehensive blood screening to identify hidden health risks before it's too late. Our team of Mayo-trained and naturopathic physicians will analyze your results and provide a custom plan to optimize your well-being. Don't let underlying issues hold you back. Invest in your most valuable asset, your health. For the price of a daily chai latte from Starbucks, you can gain priceless insights and a roadmap to peak performance. Visit truehealthassessment.com, truehealthassessment.com today and unlock your full potential. Because when you feel your best, you can achieve your best. That's true health. Now, you can also get some natural sleep aids by going into a health food store. My health food store is called Nassau Health Food. That's singular. Nassau, Nassau, healthfood.com. And you can go in there and look up sleep and get some really great products that can help you. Okay. You can also use melatonin. I like the more complete blends because they have several compounds in them that help people sleep better and calm you. And, buy it from a independent type store because they have the GMP, guaranteed minimum potency, high quality supplements. You don't want to be putting things in your body you don't know where they came from. Try my store. Check it out online. That's a sister company to Tiger Medical. So that can help as well. All right. But the way you're really going to win this battle and sleep really well is you have, at this point, if you're over 40, you've got 20 years, since you got out of high school, went to college, started your career, started a family. You've got 20 years of accumulated stress and workload and life load, like we talked about in the HRV podcast. And you're not going to microwave this overnight. You're not going to do that. I gave you some things just now that will help set you up to sleep better, but you really should figure out what your genetics are. You need to look into your microbiome. You got to look at your hormones. You got to look at your blood work. And then you've got to dial in on several lifestyle habits. And what happens that we've learned with our clients over time is that as they eliminate the physiological imbalances that our doctors help them identify what they are and then fix them through lifestyle intervention, supplementation, sometimes medication, short term, your sleep naturally gets better because as your body heals itself, which it will if you do the right things, your sleep naturally follows. And so there's this staged progression of let's de-stress on demand, get rid of the emotional toxicity, practice some fundamental sleep hygiene. That's number 2. Get on a routine. Number 3. Number 4, do the fasting at night before you go to bed to set yourself up to sleep well. And then over the longer term, over the course of 6, 9, 12 months, as you optimize your physiology and your health, your sleep is naturally going to get better. And so that's what we do with our clients. And we are 100% success rate when we get somebody that'll work with us and invest as much as we do in the process. Their sleep will get significantly better because we will find the underlying causes of why they're not sleeping better, correct them, and then their body can rest. And I will tell you, you should be motivated by this concept. And that, in a book that I wrote, Unleash the Peak Performer Within You, on Amazon, there was research that I found that there's a correlation between maintaining your REM and your deep sleep and longevity. On average, a person's sleep starts to deteriorate at age 55 and gets worse as they get older. And many of us know aging parents that really struggle to sleep. If you can change that narrative and maintain your deep and REM sleep well beyond age 55, what can happen is that correlates with living 80 to 100 years old, according to this research. And let me integrate that with another quote or concept that Ray Kurzweil talks about. He is a futurist with a stellar and astonishing track record of being accurate in his predictions about technology and how they change our lives. He's predicting that if you can live until 2029 to 2035, somewhere in that 6-year period, we're going to harness the power of AI to such an extent that therapies are going to lead to gaining 1 year of longevity for every year lived, so that we basically achieve escape velocity on aging. So what he's saying is that when you get another year older, that doesn't mean you're going to have the risk of dying 1 more year older because of all the therapies and things that are going to be available. So the best thing you can do right now, optimize your health and stack the odds that you're going to get there, and then enjoy the benefits of that. So one of the major ways to do that is to improve your sleep, to improve your HRV, your heart rate variability, and other things that we're going to talk about on this podcast. So I guess to summarize, if you're not sleeping well, you can have hope. There's ways to get better. It's going to take investment, because I'm going to suggest that you go to our Tiger website, tigermi.com, and there is a optimal health assessment test right on the front page. Click on it. It's $497. And what this optimal health test will do, it's going to measure 73 markers. It's going to give our doctors a very good overview of where you are from a health standpoint. They're going to do a write-up, and then myself or one of our team members is going to meet with you and explain where you are today. And facts are your friends. Truth is what you want. And then we're going to explain how at Tiger we can help you correct and reverse all of those things. Okay. That is a step toward restoring your sleep. Okay. But what we can do in the meantime, until you're ready to take that kind of a step, that baby step, is do that diaphragmatic breathing every night before bed. Do a 3-hour fast. Set the same sleep time. Get your room properly prepared to sleep well. And then see the results that you get from that. And then take that next step. Go get tested with us. Find out the truth. And then see what it could mean to you to work with one of our world-class doctors who get great results for all of our clients at what I believe is a very reasonable and affordable rate. And anyway, I'm excited. I know that you can have the best year of your life coming up. And our brand promise is that we can help you become functionally younger in the next year. And if you work with us for several years, for the next 2, 3, 4 years, and then you can sustain those gains for many years to come, at least stack the odds in the favor of it. Nobody can guarantee that. And extend out that aging curve. You know, the normal curve is you hit mid-50s and go straight down, and the average person is dying in the mid-70s. What the research shows that if you get ahead of this stuff and you're proactive in your approach, you can flatten that aging curve out and stabilize your health and it not decline, and you can be active and vibrant well into your 70s and 80s and then drop off, okay? That's a much better future, because now you're enjoying your spouse, your children, your grandchildren longer. You're active. You're not a burden for your kids. You're actually, you're giving them an inheritance of vibrancy and thriving and growth rather than in burdensome healthcare. So anyway, enough. I hope this was helpful today, and have a great day. Steve Adams here from Tiger Medical Institute, talking about the True Health Assessment. What if you could safeguard not just your health, but the well-being of your entire family? With the True Health Assessment from Tiger Medical, you can. Our comprehensive blood screening identifies hidden risks before they become major issues. Our elite team of Mayo Clinic-trained and naturopathic physicians then create a customized plan to optimize your health for years to come. When you prioritize your wellness, you ensure you can be fully present for the people you love most. Don't let preventable issues cut that time short. For less than the cost of a daily latte, you can gain peace of mind and a clear path to sustained vitality. Protect your future and your family's future with True Health Assessment from Tiger Medical at thetruehealthassessment.com. Again, that's at thetruehealthassessment.com.